Welcome to the Wormhole, where keeping it real is expected. There are a couple million podcasts you could be tuned into, but you chose to take this journey with us, and for that, we thank you. Without further ado, the Wormhole with Tim and Troy.
It's all over the place. I have mixed emotions about the whole Puff Daddy thing. I think it's.
Let's get into it.
But let me say, I feel like, what are we getting into? What are we, as a people, is it productive to have open dialogue about what happened to Puffy?
Honestly, not really. I mean, it's a tale as old as time, man. Hubris take down a lot of people, man.
Everybody.
Hubris. When you get to that point, man, and like I say, he deal in spaces that he'll be in rooms that shit would never be in, and he done pissed the wrong motherfucker off. I mean, it's a lot of people with the same kind of money, but they just kind of stay low with the shit, be regular. Fucking over a lot of people don't help.
I think that's a lot of it. I think a lot of it was debts not paid. And that's the only time people sing when their debts ain't paid.
Mm-hmm. Yep, debts not paid, or the wrong shit come out at the wrong time. I mean, everybody with that kind of money probably did some sexual shit to somebody.
At some point. I'll have allowed someone to do it to them.
Or have allowed someone to do it to them. But I don't understand, all that money, it's hookers on the stroll, man. It's prostitutes out there. Prostitutes don't go and talk about motherfuckers or sexual assault because you paid for the time.
Well, I don't think it's even all about just having sex. I think people why do they have these sex parties? Why do they have to do this with certain people? I don't think it's that. I think when you are that far in your money, there's only one or two things that can make you do something and stay there, i.e. a contract. I don't care. You don't care about losing your plane. You don't care about nothing. You care about the people you love seeing you in a compromising situation, one of which that does not perceive your life, and one of which you've never said that you would ever do in the first place. You probably openly said you would never do some shit like that could possibly be seen in one of these parties. So I think that shit is like blood in, blood out type shit. I think it's more than just having sex and having fun. I think it's underlying business proposals, if nothing else.
Well, if they were business proposals, we wouldn't be in this trouble. Because if business proposals, it's paperwork.
Well, I mean, that's a different kind of paperwork. That's not a handshake. That's a magnified handshake, if nothing else. You showing this person that you're doing something that nobody else knows you're doing. And of course, it's not supposed to be on film, but everything's always being taped. You have to live like somebody's always watching you and somebody's always taping you, because you just never know when you're being set up. Not as a regular motherfucker, but when you're in that position, you have to always feel like somebody's taking pictures of you with a long lens and a fucking 1986 Honda Accord across the street. It's got to be somebody over there. If you in that life, you have to live like that.
You do, but again, like I say, man, when you get too big to your britches, you like, who the fuck gonna do anything to me? I'm such and such, right? And then when you get to being like that, man, that shit come down on you, man. Like, man, what the fuck they gonna do to me? Shit. They get the Nino Brown syndrome.
I think everybody, you can't help that as a human. Once you get so high and you've gotten to instances and you've gotten out of them, or just whatever the case is, you start feeling like, man, I'm the man, I'm the woman, or whatever the case.
Or they feel like ain't no problem too big when money can't buy it.
Yeah, money can buy it. Money can get you that result.
Yeah, it really can until it get to a certain point to where money don't, money don't matter to those who got it. They get a better kick out of seeing your downfall than anything else.
Yeah.
They don't want your money. Because shit, if I got $2 billion and shit, how much more money do I need? I don't. Shit, yeah. I don't need your $2 billion too. I don't need it. Because 9 times out of 10, you got some motherfuckers out there, some very shrewd business people. They don't want to take over the company. They want to fold that bitch.
Yep. And that's why I say I think a lot of this shit ain't even about money. It's about relationships, because no matter how much money you got, there's something you need that person with the money don't need your money for. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to meet this person somewhere where shit is compromising for them. So if you offer them a service that they can't get nowhere else, then you can cross over into whatever that land is that you need, whatever that proverbial area that you need to get into that you can't get into. So I think a lot of that shit be about, it's about the sex, because there's some motherfuckers out there that just need to be like that. But it's also about fucking being able to get relationships with people, being able to get places you can't get to with your money.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I guess I don't know, man. It's because I guarantee you the powers that be that's coming after him ain't after him for his money.
No, it's exposure. It's what
It's
he, like I
exposure.
said, it's where they've been with him or with whatever allegedly has happened. Somebody's face is somewhere that they don't want to be seen. That's what it is. It's that, and it's also like I don't even want to get into detail because I hate talking about. I don't. I'm not particularly fond of Puff Daddy, but I don't like to see a black man go down either. So I don't.
I feel you.
You know.
I feel you. I mean, I'm the same way too. You don't want to praise a black man's fall. You know what I'm saying? But it is a part of you of some of that shit you be like, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
But
you get.
at the end of the day, there's allegations out there that he's killed people, have people killed, all that shit. But I don't care about all that. Not that I don't care about it, but I'm not here to investigate into that. What I'm here to say is the reason I don't want to go so hard on him because them was grown motherfucking people with they facing grown places. So he ain't took nobody and made them do shit at the end of the day.
Agreed.
I don't know what all he did. I mean, I'm not fond of none of the rumors. I wouldn't even be in a party like that. At no point in my life, at the financial point that I am right now, and I would consider it wouldn't even be it'll be whatever you want to call it. I still wouldn't be able to be offered a Puff Daddy party or scratch his name off of it. One of them kind of parties, I wouldn't go. It wouldn't even be a second. Let me see. I'm like, man, let me drive the fuck opposite of where y'all, because I don't even know what this is. I don't even want to talk about this shit.
Yeah, I'm like that too, and Lord knows I'm one that I love to party, I love to have a good time and all that shit, but shit can't get, you could be somewhere and it get too fucking weird, and you be like, hey man, this ain't my scene. And then if you know, I mean, shit, just like now I know motherfuckers that I'm real cool with, but certain shit that they do, I'm not going to that shit.
Oh yeah, party can be too good, man. I catch a ride to the house, bro. Like I'm not going nowhere. In my mind, if I can imagine something that can happen at that party that I wouldn't want to be, it just even if it crossed my mind, I'm not going.
I don't know. I mean, you like to say, man, if I know it's a crazy ass party like that, then yeah, I'm not going. But but if I'm there and it get weird, I'ma leave. Like, man, it's just getting to be a little bit too much. I ain't got no problem with a lot of shit, but if I'm at a party and some goddamn they pulled out some crack, nigga, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with some other shit, cracking that heroin, that hard shit. Nah,
yeah,
I'm out of there. But if I'm at a party and I see a motherfucker, they in the bathroom hitting lines and shit, oh well, I ain't got no problem with that shit. The
them
dope
lines
smoking.
can be in the living room,
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't care about them lines. That's fine.
I'm easily turned off about out places. Like I just get really turned off really quick, and I don't even want to go at all. But drugs really ain't the turn off for me. It's weird actions, like if everybody start fucking huff praying and some shit or start, rhythmatic shit.
Oh yeah, and chanting and shit.
Or if it was just an all out take everybody to their clothes off and it was just like a big sex party, just out the blue, I think I would leave some shit like that. Or, I just wouldn't stay nowhere where the shit got abnormal. People doing drugs. I don't want to see no fucking needles break out. Don't break out your little case.
Yeah.
Your little smooth ass case you went about with your needle set in it. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that shit.
See that at all.
I don't want to see that. I don't even want to see if I'm at a party and I never forget, I was at a strip club one time, and Lord, you know what I'm saying? I love going to strip clubs. Mm-hmm. Nigga, when I seen that nigga beat that girl up in the back, nigga, I was like, I gotta go. I got to go. Violence. I don't want to see no shit like, man, he hit that girl so goddamn hard. I said, fuck this shit, man. I'm out of here. No. Shit. Hey, I went home with all them goddamn ones in my pocket. I said, man, I can't stay here with this shit. Man.
You should have been throwing them over your shoulder like salt, nigga.
Hey, on the way out, yeah, chunking them bitches like train smoke, goddamn it. That shit, I'm out this bitch. Bitch like train smoke coming out that bed.
That shit when you walking out.
Shit, I'm throwing that shit as I walk out there. Pick that shit up off the floor.
Hell yeah, boy. No, I don't want to see that. That's a good one, Tim. I do not want to be nowhere. And like, I'm talking about like violence pursuits. I don't want to see that shit, like voluntary violence or nothing like that.
None of that shit, man. Like you say, because you know what, nowadays, you know what I'm saying, if some niggas get to fighting, you might want to leave because it's going to be some gunplay. But
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But two girls get to scratching and shit, man, they break that shit up, throw their asses out. I'm cool. I can still hang out. But shit, you see a man whooping a woman ass in there and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Shit, you better get the fuck up out of there. Cause your ass next, nigga.
And see, that's the nigga party, like I'm thinking about one of our other people, our other kinfolks parties. Those parties can get weird in different ways. Just all kinds of uncomfortable ways. And my daughter's gonna go to a school, and when she graduates high school, she's gonna go to a college, a nice college. We both know the college. And there's nothing wrong with this college. There's nothing wrong with any college. But there's always groups of people there that, like, we watch the movies. I mean, we watch the movies when it's the elite people that live way off. I'm like, hey, I don't want you to be no hood, get no super hood friends. But I don't want you to be with the elites either, though. The elites will take you somewhere.
It's a fine line, dog, because it get crazy with the hood shit. It get crazy with the elite shit. Because really, they do the shit, the hood people shit, but they don't get caught.
I could come to the hood if you got in trouble and drive. I don't care where you at, and drive my car back there and be like, "Hey, brother, I'm somebody's daddy. I can talk to them. It's they might let me come in, whatever the case. If you're in a bad situation, but that other shit, man, they gonna have guards at the gate. They gonna have a house way too. Like, you gonna have to have a 4-wheeler to get to you and shit. We gonna wake up. You gonna see hoods and chanting all around you. That's the kind of trouble you don't want to be in.
No, you don't, because fucking with people like that. Now you got to watch yourself, because they making sure you keep your mouth shut.
Oh, man. And that's when you get in them compromised situations. Like, our brother that's on the run right now. Shit, you get caught up in some shit.
Yeah. You get caught up and you be like, what the fuck? And shit, I just don't know, man. But I mean, I was lucky enough to hang out with the crowd that kind of grew up like me. You know what I'm saying?
Mediocre.
So, meat
and potatoes.
Yeah, mediocre. Hey, man, because we didn't want no goddamn trouble, man. No. You know what I'm saying? Because if we go to jail, we in that bitch. It ain't no getting out, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
When you thought you was out being wild, you was meat and potatoes. You thought you was out being wild as fuck, but you wasn't doing nothing.
Thought you was shutting that bitch down.
Shit, you was blocking around the corner in your car.
Nigga, I'm talking about, I'm out here partying my ass off. I got $40 in my name. Shit. And then like say shit, I could, if we were trying to go somewhere, if they got a cover charge, I got to second think that shit.
I got a second thinking, and I might be LPN that night.
Man, for real. Might be in that parking lot all night, because shit, that's just between eating and not eating. God damn it, if I got 40 and you gonna hit me for 10 to get in, oh shit, I need that 10.
And you got to get a drink, and you might see somebody you might be forced to buy a drink for.
True.
Good Lord.
Especially you want to try to call yourself, because you don't want to run up on that little chick you've been giving the eye to, and you catch you at the bar, and shit, let me get you what you drunk, and let me get you whatever. I was Patron and stuff. Just like, God damn, that's $25. Shit.
And you ain't got nothing but a quarter tank gas in your car, if that.
It's finna be noodles and a whole bunch of, if I ain't got to be there, I ain't going.
I ain't going, buddy.
Yeah, no. That motherfucker Cargo State Park, nigga. I never understood that shit, man, until I got older with motherfuckers. When I was young, you like, man, how the motherfucker just be at the house? You got a car, you can go do this, you go do that. Not knowing the other side of that coin, nigga, you gotta afford to do all that shit.
You gotta be able to afford it.
Yeah. I was like, man, niggas don't do nothing, man. They should be sitting at the house, cars, nice cars sitting at the house, shit. They got that shit. They can't afford to go nowhere right now. Shit, them motherfuckers in that bitch eating noodles. You just don't know.
So listen to him. Nigga was thinking about something, bro. So, we used to have these discussions about, in the complex we lived in, if a line was so far across the street and you had your key, could you get in on the first jiggle? And if you didn't get in with the line, how far? I always felt like we underestimate animals and their relentlessness, and how much time you would have to get in your car. I don't think it would even help trying to get in your front door. So let me ask you a question. Think about this realistic now. What's the biggest animal, and give me the type, that you think if you had a clean shot at, you can knock out with one punch?
Ooh.
Not so much you got a clean shot at if you got first leg.
Man, a dog.
Dog's pretty tough, though. They pretty fucking. You hit them with tree limbs and pipes and shit. Think you can knock a dog out?
I think if I might not knock him out, It might stun. I can stun him enough to where I can get pretty good steps on him. So when he when he shake back, goddamn it, it's gonna be a pretty good of a chase.
What kind of dog?
Oh
What's the
shit!
size you get knocked out?
Oh, I'm talking about old Labrador here, old Retriever, something like
A
that.
little head dog, one of them little
Yeah,
small head
yeah.
dogs.
One of them dogs look like white women here. Shit, yeah. Yeah. One of them little dog like that, cause goddamn it, you go to fuck around them pit bulls, they head big as a goddamn tire, man. Like
You
shit.
done broke your fucking hand on their fucking
You done
face.
broke your hand on their ass, But, me knowing a little bit about, trying to get away from animals, I watch a lot of TV and I try to watch TV with some substance. They kind of tell you, sir, dogs, they don't like that shit fucking with their nose and shit. So really, it probably ain't no knocking that bitch out. It's just stunning that motherfucker or making him tuck ass and run. Cause shit, I done goddamn me done had a not die drag out with a fucking mouse. And nigga, that bitch wasn't going.
Knock you on your ass.
Shit, that mouse nigga, I'm hitting that bitch with brooms and everything. That motherfucker, I done put a hole in the wall trying to kill that motherfucker. That motherfucker is shit like a man, nigga.
I'm telling you, because animals have when I tell you they don't have any regard for their body when they trying to escape or eat you, either one, they have no regard for their body. They jump with their mouth first, because when you're swinging your hands, an animal is jumping at you with his fucking mouth open. Yeah. That's his hands. That's his punches he throwing.
Yeah. Yeah. And all them little fingers in his mouth called teeth is some skin shredders.
I'm telling you, and they don't need, and when they miss you, say you do a dog jump at you and you dodge him and he miss you. He don't need a lot of regathering time to jump right back at you again, full speed. And he will do that shit all day. Animals are so much more superior than us.
Yeah. I mean, cause they spend 99, well, a wild animal, they spend 99.9% of their life being very active.
Very fucking active.
Now you got these goddamn these ain't shit dogs and shit people be keeping in the house. They ain't worth a fuck. You goddamn hit their ass with a newspaper hard enough. You gotta go to the vet because you done fucked up some on the inside.
Fucked up some on the inside here.
Yeah, like I said, you can't even hit them with socks and shit no more. You can't do nothing with them. But you get a goddamn fence jumper. Shit, that fence jumper go all day at your ass.
You say you can't hit him with socks and nothing no more.
You can't hit them motherfuckers nothing. Back in the day, motherfuckers just roll up a piece of paper and chastise, the dog and shit. Man, you do that shit now, man, damn dog all fucked up and shit. Like, man, that ain't no dog. That's a bill. Shit.
That's a fucking bill, hell.
Yeah, you just paying for something now. Like, goddamn. Like, shit, if I can't get in here and get cross your ass and you get right and we live in harmony, I can't have you.
That boy say you can't hit him with a newspaper or a fucking sock or nothing.
Nothing. Motherfucker used to put some socks inside the socks and dog, get the act of the fool, you wrap his ass real quick.
Yeah, none of that.
None of that shit no more. Hell no. But now this shit, gotta get that newspaper, this shit, wear that motherfucker out. Can't do that shit no more. Cause hell, I know shit back in the gap, nigga, when motherfuckers, have them real yard dogs. Hell, I seen the motherfucker shit trying to chastise the dog with whooping that motherfucker with a water hose. Hell, I said, shit.
Life was so different back then, though.
It was different. He whooped that motherfucker with a water hose and wasn't shit wrong with that dog either. Shit, that motherfucker went right back to being an asshole. You couldn't go in that yard.
But if I had a good tee-off shot on an animal, and I'm thinking realistically how animals really are. Like, I've seen some animals fight one another. I've seen some animals get hit with some shit, get shot. I would probably go, if I went wild, I could probably knock out a fox if I had a clean shot at him.
Yeah, but you want to. No motherfuckers got rabies and shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, let's take all that shit out. I'm just talking about sheer size of the animal. Because I want to say I can knock out a small bear if I got a good shot. Because when I play that fucking
absolutely not.
Listen. When I play that punching game like in Pizza Hut and shit, I rack up some fucking points. I'll be in high 800s.
Hey man, don't
I'll be in the high 800s, Tim.
I mean, that's good. Congratulations. But you hitting some shit that don't hit back and ain't got no feelings.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's one thing even as a man, dog, your adrenaline pumping enough. And your shit, you up enough and you fuck around and a motherfucker go across your shit and he think he done knocked you out and you shake that shit off and man, it just depends. It just depends.
If the animal moving, there's no way to get a clean shot of it. But I think if they would just stand still and let me swing on, in a small faced dog, a really skinny a brand of dog that's very skinny faced, I could probably knock him out.
I don't know, dog, about that fox. Cause shit, that fox fight his life every day.
Yeah.
They some shit. They some old goddamn just sleazy looking motherfucker.
Take a
Shit,
punch.
shit, man. You ever seen one cross the road? He look like he's stealing.
Yeah, he look like he always got something. Just
He got
hid
something
something
up.
from stealing.
Yeah, he got something up. Like shit, that motherfucker that tough hell. Like I say here, that motherfucker got to fight shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I say they just like I be up here watching them goddamn meerkats. Them goddamn meerkats is shit. Them motherfuckers tough, man.
Oh yeah, they are. I like meerkats.
Yeah, they tough. I like goddamn. Yeah, so really, man, when it comes to an animal, man, all you need to do is mind your fucking business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with it. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. A goddamn raccoon will beat the shit out of a grown man.
Oh yeah, with his hands up.
Yeah, man. That's what man. Man, when it comes to animals, only thing we got superior over them is that we got technology. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have something to help us get them. You know, because hand to hand combat, you can't. You can't. I mean, you hear stories of people done fought bears and shit like that. But nigga, they died shortly thereafter because shit, they might have got that bear, but that bear got their ass too. But they had to have a knife or something because hand-to-hand combat with a bear ain't gonna work, dog.
Yeah. And you know, we have communication over them too. They communicate well, but we could just get people up together so quickly. You know, they couldn't grab a whole 1,000 fucking raccoons to get together.
No. You know us. We you know, when it comes to big animals, motherfucker get that mob mentality. You know, he can't get us all, even if we ain't got nothing but a bunch of spears and shit.
Yeah, we'll just shoot a big ass Facebook post out and be like, shit, we gotta fight these coons. Where y'all at, man? Meet me at such and such. Drop our location and shit.
Even if motherfucker did drop their location, I'm not showing up because you don't know where all the motherfuckers is at. Because shit, you think it's some raccoon, man, nigga, that goddamn raccoon is jump out off the roof on your ass.
Yeah, and I'm not going outside. Nobody's leaving out my house because we don't know if they have some loose ones out there that's just getting people, just regular people at their house. We don't know if they got one or two at every crib.
Yeah, man.
They got somebody posted at every crib.
Man, yeah, I ain't doing this shit, man. I'm not fucking with no animal, nigga. Like I said, I done been taking my trash out and I walked to the dumpster and shit. I got to that dumpster. Trash heavier than the motherfucker. So I had to take the whole goddamn the can because the bag was gonna break. Shit, walked all the way down there, goddamn it. Shit, that goddamn raccoon stood up and looked at me. I walked my ass right back. I said, never mind. I'll take that trash out tomorrow.
Take it back.
Yeah, it was cold in the motherfucker outside. I walked this heavy ass thing and shit. I walked to see that motherfucker turn right around. I said, I'm not finna do all that. I ain't finna be like, hey, trying to act like I'm bigger than him and shit. That motherfucker, as soon as he seen me, he stood up and he looked like a 4-year-old. I said, God damn, that's a big ass raccoon.
If y'all could talk, he'd be like, what you need, cuz?
Mm-hmm.
What do you need, brother?
Shit, you got some food in that bitch or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't fuck with wildlife, man. At all. I ain't got time for it. Like I said, you goddamn deer. A goddamn full size car plow into their ass, they get them walk the fuck off.
And get up and prance off.
Yeah.
And you gotta file an insurance claim bigger than your fucking car.
Right. And hell, you goddamn run me over with a fucking Pinto and hell, I'm fucked up.
A Pinto, hell, a bicycle take you out the game.
It really will.
A bicycle have all your tendons and your Achilles everywhere just popped. Fucked up.
Even if that shit don't, nigga, but when you fall and hit that concrete, you finna get that.
Ooh, it's gonna hurt so bad.
It hurts so bad. Like, nigga, and like say when you down there hurt like that out that concrete, nigga can take your wallet. Nigga, ain't nothing you can do right now. It's hurt too bad right now. That shit about bad as catching a goddamn cramp, nigga. When you catch a cramp, you helpless.
Don't just catch a cramp. Like you said, you fall and just have a cramp and you done. You can't get up.
Yeah, shit, nigga. It's like when that motherfucker hit you in your goddamn sleep, nigga. Yeah, damn it, hell. Ain't no such thing as, I had a cramp and slept through it. No, you didn't.
No, you did not.
You did not.
No, you did not.
Yeah. Nigga, I caught one so tough. I was in there grimacing in pain, but laughing at myself how I sprung up in the middle of the night because I was sleeping. Shit. I pulled them covers back. Say, God damn.
Bitch.
Shit. I'm in there slapping that bitch and shit. That goddamn toe sticks straight out.
Lord have mercy.
I said, fuck.
Oh my goodness.
What did I do to deserve this? Shit, got my face in the pillow and shit, beating on the bed. God damn it.
And you can't do nothing but wait.
You can't do nothing but wait.
you can wait and hope that this ain't the time your shit stay like that forever. Because it could just get to the point and just fossilize.
Yeah, yeah, because it feel like that's what it's about to do. Because hell, it been sometimes I be like, well, shit, man, me try to get up and walk this bitch off. I think it's going away. As soon as I bend my leg, shit, that bitch hit right back. I said, God damn it.
You better sit your ass down and wait.
Yeah, sit your ass down and wait, man. So I look at that shit like that, nigga. Ain't like kiss the goddamn cramp, nigga, and nothing you can do about that shit. Been simply watch this goddamn ID channel. Oh boy, this shit here. It's so interesting. I never thought I'd be to the point of old enough where I could just watch this shit all day.
Damn, Tim, man, ID channel, it just don't do it for me, bro.
Man, that shit be interesting like a motherfucker. Yeah. I watch so much of the shit now. Hell, I have to turn the channel because I be in this bitch shit getting paranoid. There's some crazy motherfuckers out there, boy.
The ID channel just does not do it for me.
Shit, I watch that shit. All that news shit, man. Like, so I mean, my mom used to watch that shit, man. I was like, you watched it. Now, hell yeah, I watch Dateline, all that shit.
Looking at I can watch all that shit. I can watch it all every so often. I kind of want to get a grasp on things every so often, but the ID channel, I could stop through on it. It's not a must for me. Like, if it was HGTV, I get stuck on that shit all goddamn day.
Man, and funny you bring that up. That's another guilty pleasure of mine too. Nigga, I'm talking about that goddamn that lottery home shit. That shit, I watch the shit where the black couple be redoing them houses and shit.
All of that.
Yeah, all that shit, man. I sit up there and watch that. My mama got me watching that. I said she'll watch that shit all day, and I sit there and talk to her, and I be into it just as much as she is.
Mm-hmm.
And like shit. Then when the motherfucking house hunters, I be watching that house hunters because I be like, where they gonna go regular people? Cause shit, I'm looking for the motherfucker that ain't got a budget but $80,000. They can't afford too much.
That's usually the black people. The black people usually have $150,000 budget or something, unless they in Alabama now. It's something about Alabama where these black people around there, they got $500,000 and $750,000 budgets. But I also like married to real estate. I like Egypt and her husband. I like How I Wreck My House, Help I Wreck My House. I like a whole bunch of them, bro. Yeah, I like a whole. There's a lot of them I can't think of right now, but I like them all though.
Yeah, that's what I say, man. I just never thought I'd be to that point, be watching shit like that, because to me, back in the day, that shit almost like watching QVC all day.
Yeah, Bob Vila was house hunters. He was HGTV. He was fixing small areas of the house back then,
Yeah, I remember watching This Old House.
Yeah, This Old House.
Yep, I remember watching that shit. Yeah, he walking around with that goddamn tool belt on and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always thought that too. I said, I guess that's what people who do shit like that, they just look like a lumberjack 24/7.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, they all look the same too. It was all just white men with beards.
Yeah,
all of them look like Kenny Rogers.
That's it. Full beards too. The full beard that go into the hair, all the hair and the beard.
It go all the way up to the hair. Yeah,
it's all the same.
Yeah, like that shit on their face. You can't see nothing but their mouth moving in their eyes.
Wasn't no tape of beards back then. Either you had a beard or you didn't.
No, you didn't. Mm-hmm. And when you had a beard, it was serious. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about it was a man's beard.
It was you. Like when you seen a person with a beard, you almost knew what kind of person to expect.
Yeah.
Those guys with them beards were like the same guy every time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They always look very stern and serious. I guess you could say they look like grown men. I guess you could say.
Grown men. Probably had on glasses.
Yeah, glasses and shit, And when they talk to you, they look out the top of them.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I always hated that shit. B-boys and shit, like just people and teachers and stuff, when they go to talk to you and they look at you out the top of the motherfuckers and shit, I'm like, man, just take them off. Shit.
Just take them off. Yeah.
Yeah, just take them off. All that damn putting your head down to see me and shit. God damn. And then when they drop that head and look at your head, it's like they expecting you to answer something. Like, did you ask me a question? Shit.
Yeah, shit. They trying to jump back in and out of reading and seeing here. They want to read, see.
Yeah, read and see. Then when they drop that head and look at me, I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you ask me something? I thought you were telling me something." Yeah, this shit is crazy, man. Yeah, but I remember all that shit, man. But yeah, just watching this shit, man, because really it's like a whole lot of this shit. This other TV, man, I just can't handle it, man. Like all that reality shit, I can't do it. I can't.
Now, I will say I watch a lot of the Housewives of everything with my wife. Me and Crystal watched the Housewives of everything. At first, I hated it, but I think it's kind of like how people treated Brett Favre. Either you love Brett Favre, but you just wanted to watch it because you hated him. You wanted to see him throw a pick every time he threw the ball. Aaron Rodgers, I like to see him throw a pick all the time. But it's kind of like that with them. I'll watch it, and I really feel bad for them, but they are so much more successful than I am in real life. financially, but I do feel bad for them because of how they have to portray themselves for money.
As a choice.
And as a choice. And what they do, a lot of times they diminish their actual real professional lives.
Because they got to be that person 24/7 now. Because that's what you portray yourself to be. You portray yourself to be especially with them women, just a cruel bitch. That's just the way you portray yourself to be all the time. So now you got to be there 24/7. Then when the shit come down on you, I'm not like that. I'm a loving person. And we don't know that. Every time I seen you was being an asshole to somebody.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing good come out your mouth. Because every time you talking about somebody and not about how good of a person they are.
Gotta be the HBIC. Gotta absolutely be the HBIC. I'm the one. Everyone that walk in the room is HBIC though. That's crazy.
Yeah, like shit. So everybody number one. So ain't nobody number two. I mean, I understand. It's a certain thing about having self-esteem and shit. But when you hang out in a crew of people, man, you got to kind of know who you are.
Yeah.
Because in a crew of people, you got your alpha one, the one that's you're always out front doing shit. Then you're going to have somebody that kind of do, but now you're going to have a number two of that. Then you're going to have somebody that don't really talk at all. Then you got one that just love to run holes. And you got one that, nigga don't never show up. Shit like that. Yeah, you got to know who you are. You just got to be like, I'm the man. I mean, you are the man in a sense, but in a crew of people, you know what you in.
Even if you are LeBron James or you Jokic on the court, and you could dominate every time down. Like every time you get the ball, you could attempt to score. It'll probably be a better attempt than the rest of the team. But you have to be such the man where you know how to distribute and get other people involved. Even if you're the best in the group and it's a clear-cut best, you still have to be able to distribute and make the better basketball play, and even in life, the better life move.
Oh yeah, you the head man in the group. Yeah, you gotta be the one because you got a nigga in the group that don't know how to talk to no women. You got to tee him up a sale.
You got to tee him up one and not take no credit for it.
Yeah, don't take credit for it. Let him feel like he did it all himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have it.
You don't take the shot. You don't take the shot every time down. You don't just consider your team a team full of Dennis Rodmans. You don't do that. Oh, every time, nigga, every time you score, you better get your garbage. You better get some garbage points off my side. No, you can't be that guy.
And I tell you what, and goddamn it, you ain't got no team unless you got a Dennis Rodman on it.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be like that.
But every now and then, Dennis Rodman want a fresh shot. He want a ball pass to him to dribble a couple times and set his feet and shoot him a fresh J. He don't want to score off your boys all day.
Hey man, and you know what? You are wrong if you don't do that for him at least once or twice.
You got to give him a fresh shot. Let him miss his own shot.
Let him miss his own. Shit, he been saving your ass all week. Hell, let him take one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You gotta have that shit. But I'll say them Real Housewives, them Love and Hip Hops, to me it's embarrassing.
Very much so.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, I mean, everybody knows your business. I don't know. That's just kind of person I am. I ain't gonna say private, but I am private because everything I just ain't all out with my shit. I don't take pictures everywhere I go. Shit. The only people know who I'm at is those who need to know.
Yeah.
And I ain't never been that one that want to be out front. Cause shit, I'd much rather be somewhere you don't even know I'm there versus everybody know I'm there.
Yeah.
I ain't the nigga that stand up on top of the bar and grab the microphone. That is not me.
Cut the music.
Yeah, cut the music. I got something to say here. Hey, you sit down. Hey, you, sit down. Hey, quiet over there. I'm not that guy.
Got you a little monologue you made up at the crib.
Yeah.
Quick little set, a couple of jokes.
Yeah, you got about a 5-minute set to kind of loosen up the crowd. But we're just having fun here. But anyway, guys, this is what I really want to say. Yeah, that guy.
20 minutes later, about this is what I really want to say.
Yeah, like goddamn, my damn cup been empty because the waitresses ain't moving because you talking. Yeah, sit the fuck down and shut up.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah. No win to say win. Shit.
That is so big in life.
Oh yeah.
No win
to
say win.
Yeah.
Or if you don't know when to say win, you absolutely have to travel. Just like a person have to travel with a translator because they don't speak their language. Yeah. You have to travel with a win guy. You got to travel with somebody that can say win for you because anybody else in that room is going to offend you by saying win. You got to travel with somebody who can be like, hey, cuz, that's enough, cuz.
Yeah, okay. You do. Some people got to have it, but I believe you need to have some kind of moral compass inside of you. Be like, I think I done said enough.
You have to know it. First of all, you need to go up there with a couple points. You got to go up there and say, I'm going to say 3 things. I'm going to congratulate. I'm going to tell a small, quick story. Not one from our night when we were 2, a quick little story. And I'm going to tell everybody, thank you for being here. And I'm out. That's what you got to go up there with in your mind. You can't just go up there with a blank script and ramble.
Can't ramble. You got to know where you're going. You got to have some kind of map.
Man, you gotta know where you're going.
Yeah, because I'm that way too, especially like, working and shit. If it's time for me to speak or to present something, when I tell you I'm finna hit these bullet points, I might say something in between one or two bullet points, and then I'm sitting down. I'm not finna goddamn fluff you up. If I can get up there and get down in 5 or 6 minutes, I'm a damn show dude. I ain't never been that kind of person where they say, all right, everybody got 15 minutes to say what they got to say. Shit, I don't, 15 minutes too long. You can divide mine up amongst the crowd.
I'm trying to tell you. What I got to talk for 15, 20 minutes for?
I have nothing to talk about for that long.
If you don't know, if you're not a good quarterback, because to me, what makes a good quarterback is people like to say improvisation. I don't think that makes a good quarterback. What makes a good quarterback is good timing. You have to know, you have to have that clock in your mind. You got to know you've been in the pocket too long. You're about to get sacked. You have to know that timing. But if you don't possess any of that, you got to have RTF, ITR. You got to be able to read the faces in the room. If you up there talking and you got people sitting around looking at you stupid at the corner of their eye with their head slightly down and everybody talking to each other under their hand, bro, you got to wrap that shit up, man.
Nigga, for me.
Please read the faces.
Nigga, for me, it ain't that. It's when you start seeing people adjusting their posture in their chair.
Oh, yeah.
It's time to sit down.
It's time to sit down.
Or while you talk, you start hearing that.
Yeah.
Little
people
shit like that.
Sitting way up in their seat, looking at you tough, like what? Like what's next?
What? Hey, yeah, they got that aggressive posture in their seat.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, you got to be able to do that shit, man. But some people don't. Some people don't. They just I don't know. That's a personality trait I'm glad I don't have.
I hate that. I hate when I see people do that, and it's horrible. And you start feeling like Apollo bad for them. You know how a person getting booed on Apollo, you start feeling like, oh God, at first, but then it's like, oh my God, bro, you gotta know, like you have to get this.
You got to. That's why it's hard for me to feel bad with people up there doing shit like that because, like I said, you gotta know. You feel something on the inside, be like, that's enough. I mean, shit, like comedians say here, you always leave and want more. Leave on the high note.
Goodness
gracious.
Hit
them with a good one and walk off. That's it. Like shit. Because sometimes when you try to do that follow up, it ain't that strong.
It ain't gonna never hit like that.
It ain't gonna hit. It gonna hit. You had them and you lost them. Should have stayed with it. Just shit. Yeah, you just gotta know, man. But people don't. That's one thing I do hate is around me.
But human nature, it's like when you're a child. When your baby walk in there and do something funny and you laugh at it, they're gonna come back over and over. It's like a dog. You throw that stick 1,000 times, they're going to keep chasing that stick over as long as you throw it or whatever that thing is.
But you can call that naiveness.
Not really, because humans have it. That's what makes people go too long. The naiveness of feeling like they can continue in sports or whatever it is.
Yeah, and shit. But I was just speaking on the point of, like you said, a kid or a dog, they don't know. But an adult, you should know. I mean, that's just like in a fucking relationship. When the woman talking shit to you, sometimes, I mean, what most men do anyway, just don't say nothing. They quit, But then you got some women be out there. If you don't say nothing, that just pisses me off more. Okay, well, I'll do you one better. I'll leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm not finna go back and forth with
you. No, it's not happening.
Because 8 times out of 10, this argument is about jack shit. Some shit that if we just sit down and watch an episode of My Lottery Dream House, it'll be them blue over.
Oh, My Lottery Dream House, yeah. My boy flamboyant, but I like the interest he showing them the houses. I like that. And I like $1 Million List. It used to be this show called Luxury Estates. And it was a channel called Wealth Advisory or Wealth something. And the channel's gone. I don't know. The channel just went away. Man, I used to love that, man. They would show these houses that rarely ever get shown. People were shopping for them. People shopping for $10, $20 million houses, $30, $40 million. It's like, man, how do you even shop for something like that? How do you wake up in the morning and say, okay, we about to go look at some cribs. The first one we're looking at is 40, 45 million on the cliff in Malibu. Goodness gracious.
I don't know, because I just came up from such meager beginnings. I wouldn't even want it.
Golly. Not even $1 billion fell in your hand. $1 real $1 billion fell in your hand.
A real $1 billion fell in my hand. A $40 million house is not going to happen. $40 million is not going to happen, man. I mean, I'm way too content with living shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. If I got $1 billion, the house might cost me a cool $1 million, maybe 2. It just depends. But 40?
Tim, I'm pushing back. If you had $1 billion and I know you're very conservative, but if you had $1 billion, there is no way on this West hell your house only gonna cost $1 million. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it.
What the? Hey man, I ain't the kind of nigga they got to have.
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are, but we're not talking about having some millions. I'm talking about you having $1 billion. Because once you see what that $1 million house look like, you're gonna say, show me something that's got a little bit more. And that shit's gonna add up. You're not gonna go about spend no $1 million on your house. I refuse. I would bet $1 million you wouldn't spend $1 million on your house.
In the South?
You wouldn't do it, Tim.
Man, look, all I need, honestly, you give me a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. I'm straight, and that's a whole lot for one man. And I got my 3 daughters, so that's perfect. So I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All I need is 4-bedroom, 3, even 2 bathrooms is straight. 3 is a plus. 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Man, I don't need a court in there. I don't need my own gym. I don't need a sauna. All that shit. No, man, just give me like I said, one of them rooms is gonna be a bomb ass man cave. Big, I'm content. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I do spend over that, it's a lot of land included. If I go over that, you catch me $4 million, but it's a shit ton of land. But I don't need no fucking 10 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms. The hell I'm gonna do with all that? Like shit, man. They goddamn bathroom shit. They gonna be so unused when you flush the toilet, they gonna break.
I can't see you doing it though. Not no $1 million. And I know if you had some high millions, I can see it. If you had 20, 30 million, I'm like, yeah, I can see you doing a $1 million house. But $1 billion?
$1 billion? What? I mean, a $20 million house. You know what that is?
Man, I'm just saying though. I just can't see
$10 million house. You know what that is? And the upkeep on that thing? Cause shit, like I said, nigga, is you finna pull out Windex and clean all that glass?
Well, I'm taking myself out of it because that'll be what I did every day is clean my house. I just have a house clean day every day. I would have real like scissor lifts and shit in my crib. I would have all the newest tools. So that's what I would do though.
No, hell no, man. I'm not gonna do all that. The goddamn house so big, somebody been living in that bitch, you don't even know it.
But it could be 10 million. It ain't gotta have 1,000 rooms in it. It could be 10 million because to see me, I want a bunker. I get $1 billion. I want a motherfucking bunker the size of the house that we can live in. And it's anything crazy happening.
Okay, so $1 million bunker.
I want about 8 bedrooms, 10 baths somewhere in that area. I want outside area. I would like to have a court. I would like to have an outside and an inside court. I would like to have enough room to where there's a man cave in the house, but then there's also a man cave like out where you have to drive like ATVs to get there. I want like some shit. I want a pathway out there. I want some water on my land. So yeah, I'm going to probably spend a little bit, if I had $1 billion. I'm going to spend a little bit to make that shit. And I also want a detached house. I want a detached at least 2-bed, 2-bath home off the crib so when people come, they can stay at the house too. So.
Oh, all right. So you saying 8 bathrooms? You what you gonna do with 8 bathrooms, bro?
I mean, shit happens. It's been moments where we've had people that come here from escaping a storm down south. We've had that happen twice, 2 or 3 times, like multiple families at once. And I have a large family that come through from time to time, need places to stay. So I would like to have about 8 restrooms, 2 of them. Probably Jack and Jill off 4 rooms and then a couple, junior main suites, shit like that. So people come with families, they can all have like their own restroom and shit.
Shit, no. I don't need all that.
I'm an accompanier though. I'm the accompany guy. You come through, people be like, I don't like people in my house. I don't mind because I feel like if you in here and you came here to try to Trojan horse me, you came to the wrong place.
I mean, I like company too, don't get me wrong, but I know that company ain't every day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, having all that shit is at one point in time, you're going to probably look up like, man, I got this shit. Don't even fucking use this shit.
I will. I probably will. But with $1 billion, I mean, then I'm always going to have my children. They're going to always come back home. Kids always come back home throughout their whole life. They go through fucking divorces and bad relationships. They go to school, leave school, and get jobs.
Ooh, and that's why I say a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Because like I said, if one of my girls got to come over there, that's cool. But I also wanted to be small enough to let you know you don't live here.
Yeah, so you want them to go.
Yeah, I mean, this is not forever. You grown.
Yeah.
Because if I got 8 bathrooms and 10 bedrooms, oh come on, man. They gonna start building a nest in that bitch and start laying eggs. Hey man, you been here too long.
Now I don't know if I had 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, something like that. I don't think I would even trip out. If now it'll be different. You watch Greenleaf, huh? You ever seen Greenleaf?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, they had that massive ass estate, and if you married your partner stayed there, the only way that would work though is the partner would have to definitely be a good part of the family. You couldn't have an idiot partner. And I want the house big enough to where if you had kids, the kids can have their own rooms so my grandkids can stay there. I wouldn't mind a family like that, a family environment like that. I wouldn't mind it.
I mean, it's cool, yeah, to have it, but you saying you wouldn't mind them living with you permanently?
I wouldn't mind them living with me as long as the person, like say they lived and they decided one day they wanted to grow up, get their own place, and they came back. As long as the husband is a family asset, I don't mean financially. If I got $1 billion, as long as he's just a good family person, I wouldn't mind it.
I don't want that because men clash, and especially if it's a man that I really don't know. I haven't been knowing for years and years to really get to know him, because something I do or he do is gonna fuck around. Because when do you really know a nigga?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? When do you really know a nigga? A nigga can be, you see shit all the time. Nigga was just a good nigga. Everybody, oh, he was such a good guy. Then motherfucker done killed his wife and the kids.
Yeah.
And don't nobody know why. You don't really never know a nigga. And this nigga not staying with me. And really, I don't need you staying with me because I want you and my daughter. If y'all got a family, I want you to be able to take care and control your family. I don't need to be around that shit because you might do some shit I don't agree with. And really, it ain't my place. But at the same time, it's my fucking house. Right?
You're right.
It's just like vice versa. If I was with a woman who daddy felt like you do, I can't stay in that man's house. Because that man probably gonna feel like he can just say certain shit to me because an argument come up. You finna start hearing my house, my this, my that. Like nigga, you gonna keep telling me this yours, I'm gonna keep my own.
Well, okay, let me retract that. Maybe I want the house large enough to where if they needed to come stay for an extended amount of time, if they were between homes or if they were getting a home renovated, okay, where to be comfortable. But I also want the home big enough to where my daughters could move back home if they decide to have kids with the kids. If some shit happened, as long as they want. Like I want the shit nice enough and big enough to where we can all live there in our own privacy and in harmony. Yeah,
because I wouldn't dare put a time limit on my daughter.
Yeah,
you stay here as long as you need to, unless it start getting to the point, to where we start bumping heads too much. Like, hey, I think it's about time for you to find you a place. Or some shit start going on that when I come in the house, it's just a nigga in the kitchen and shit like that. Like, fuck is this?
I think we'll probably have some kind of understanding at that point. Like if you stand there, any new relationships, you have to explore those outside the house. You have to go out to eat, meet at some kind of neutral place. I think that'll be the deal on that.
It is, but I think, man, all parents will understand this. The ones who got kids that just old enough to leave and won't leave. Sometimes you make too much of a home, they won't leave.
Yeah, that is true.
And they never actually understand how it is to be an adult because they really not handling no real bills. They live with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You really got to explore and understand what it is to be independent versus just knowing you got this motherfucking safety net 24/7, 365. I can always, I just stay here. I'm like, nah, you need to know what it is to be grown. You can't be coddled all your life. You got to go out there and pay some bills. You need to know how it feels to be like, well, shit, I can't go out tonight. Like what you got to do talking about shit. I can't spend that. Sometimes you got to know what that shit feel like, man. And it's a shame for those who don't, because once they do hit that wall, that's when they, do some dumb ass shit to try to get out of.
Yeah.
You fuck around and know some old slimy niggas or something like, man, we gonna hit such and such, and now you in on some kind of robbery or some kind of fucking fraud scam or some shit like that because you down on your money, don't know how to work hard and get yourself out the hole.
That you in, because once you get in some shit like that, you in there.
You in there. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So having all that is good, but it's bad at the same time. Because when a child start feeling like that shit right there is right there, and there is no such thing as failure.
Mm-hmm.
There is no threat of losing, I just go back to dad's house, we can just live there. Because sometimes they say we just need to be here for, about 3 months, and 3 months will turn into 3 years, just like that. And they ain't even tried to find nowhere else to go.
See, I don't want it like that. I don't want it like that.
Well, that's why we raised our children to not want to be at the house all the time. see different things, enjoy yourself. It's a life out there. Go live, be successful.
When I say I don't want it like that, I don't want to be like, go out here and bump your head how you want to there and just have me as a safety net. If I wouldn't even trip out if it was understood. Like, man, why not stay here and say, if it was a conscious effort, I would be much more cooler with that.
If you go ahead.
No, I'm thinking just me personally. If my kids never wanted to leave, I wouldn't have no problem with it. If they was like, man, I'm finna boost my credit up. I don't want no bills. I want to stay here until I turn, I don't know, 30, 25, 30 up. I don't know, just whenever. If I had the space like that, man, I would love it. Because that's what you need in life. You need to sell when you want to sell. As long as you're not an idiot, because some idiots live how they want to live and then they just jump back when they want to. But if a person have a conscious effort of doing something, I think you need that in life. I think everybody can use it.
Right, but you also now you got to play life coach. You know what I'm saying? Because you want them to stay focused. One thing is very easy to fall into is motherfucking laziness.
Yeah, that is true.
It's very easy to fall into that. And if they know they could just beat her like that, like you said, Daddy said I can stay here till I'm 25, 30 years old. Like shit, nigga, it's gonna be a day you walk in the house. It's goddamn 3 o'clock in the evening. You still got your pajamas on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm trying. I told you can stay, but you got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as that shit goes, you never know. Our children, they some darling girls. But you never know, man. They might, you give them a net like that, these motherfuckers can't never keep a job because they telling the boss what the fuck they want to say.
Turn to some assholes.
Assholes. Because, like, what you gonna do? I don't need this, all that. Here come the I don't need this fucking job shit, right? I don't need this fucking job. And then you were like, but baby, you just left a fucking $65,000 a year job because you don't like what? Because she ain't worried about the rent. She ain't worried about being on her ass. She ain't worried about a car note. That's what I'm saying. So it's a fine line, man. You got to work them up to get out. And if they come back on hard times, it's love. That's what's up. That's what parents are for. But I hear what you're saying. But all that, you just stay till you get your credit up. Shit.
Well, I mean, I think it depends on what you got too. Like you said, you never know. But then you have to know though the type of person you got. You don't want to just parasail, don't know what you're doing. I think a lot of black kids end up just parasailing. They go parasailing. They didn't get a proper class and they just jump off a cliff, run or whatever, however you start to parasail up. I don't think we should parasail so quick. I think too many people crashing and burning to learn a lesson.
Well, I mean, the training for that starts, when they little, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's when that shit starts. You can't expect them to just have it coming off. Because, I mean, like me, when I left home, I never went back. It wasn't because, the parasailing thing. It wasn't none of that. It was just I was raised and taught to like, be a grown man. This is what you do. You take care of yourself. You make sure everything's okay. And then on the other hand, my brother, shit never left.
Yeah.
He in his 30s, still there. It's a difference. But we are two different people and we was raised two different kind of ways because I'm the oldest, of course. When I came through, they were kicking ass in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When he came through, everything was lax.
Mm-hmm.
When I came through, nigga, shit, it was motherfucking that goddamn prison in that bitch damn near, nigga. Yeah. You don't speak unless you spoken to, and you goddamn, who you looking at? Mm-hmm. You look down when you're talking to me. Yeah, you don't look me eye to eye. We not equal. Mm-hmm. That kind of shit just it depends on them, man. You got to raise them like that to want to be that. Because if you be lax on them, they not gonna. It ain't gonna work on. Because you can't up and tell a 25-year-old what to do when you ain't never told them what to do. Mm-hmm. Because that instruction is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I say, it's like being mad at a dog for shitting in the house, and that's all he know is shitting in the house.
Just sitting in the house.
Yeah, he been shitting in the house since he was a puppy, and here it is 3 years later. You tired of smelling it and picking it up, and now you gonna beat the hell out the dog for doing it outside, and he won't do it outside. Of course not.
Shitting got bigger.
Yeah. Shit, at this point, you don't know if that's your turn or his. Yeah. Shit, did I shit in the floor? What is that?
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's cool to have all them bathroom and bedroom and shit, but no. Like I said, man, you give me that cool foe, saying that's a foe with the man cave. I ain't gonna make one of them a man cave, but that maybe there's down to just 2 others or 3 others. I have man cave plus the foe, but that foe just small enough to know you can't stay there like that. Because I can't have my shit and your shit in here too. And what I'm not going to do is buy a storage room to make room for your shit.
You don't use the same place for meat, right?
What place you talking about?
Like the cutting boards for like meat and everything else?
Yeah, you can cut on that, I think. Yeah, she in there cooking.
Mm-hmm. So no, man, I don't need that. I need it just big enough. But yeah, because like I said, you had too much space, and then you got here, like I said, family members. You do a favor for a family member. And now here come that tough conversation. Hey man, it been 2 months, man. What's up?
Yeah, that is always tough. Yeah, that is always tough, and that would be my weakness right there. The needy man. It don't matter what their circumstance is, as long as they not no buttholes, disrespectful people that do no shit to nobody or something like that, man. As long as they're a regular person, and I mean, it might be a scammer, it might be their little stick they got, but that's one of my things right there. Watching somebody not have, and I got that's tough.
Well, I mean, that is tough, but that's where you can help. You can lend a hand, but you ain't gotta, give 100%. You ain't gotta let them into your total life. Because when you want them in your total life, that's moving people in and letting people stay with you. Saying if you like, hey man, well, what's going on, man? My rent, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit, I can float you this month. You keep you in your shit till you get your shit together. Versus just off the rip. Man, well, shit, you come over there, man, and I got that other bedroom in there, man, and and that shit gonna turn into something else, especially if you got your woman in the house with you. Now if it's just you in there, one of your partners or something come over, that shit just like y'all just kicking it all the goddamn time. That's it. It ain't much to it. But when you got your woman in there, the opposite sex and shit, cause she ain't gonna like the bitches he bringing through. And he told a nigga he can stay here. So shit, of course, if he finna get some cut, the nigga he can't afford no fucking hotel room.
Well, see, all that right there ain't my problem.
It ain't your problem, but you gotta put up with it.
No, not the company. The company gonna be understood up front. Nobody comes here. You stay here.
How long you think it's gonna hold?
It don't matter. I mean, because like with one thing about me is I may be a initial pushover, but when it comes to rules, like I don't have ain't no middle ground on rules. If I tell you don't bring no bitch through the crib ever, whether we're here or not, don't bring no bitch through, because then that's gonna give me the you gotta go. Like I don't know what that is. Like I don't mind kicking out. Now I'll accept. I'm a sucker when it comes to accepting, but I know how to turn my back on it too. If you come in here and you start rocking the goddamn boat, you gotta go. You fucked this up. I let you in and you fucked it up. That's pretty much what I like to make it feel like.
Yeah. I mean, that's real. That's real. But shit, like I say, but before it even get to that point, man, I like to say, man, shit, you short on your rent, I go and cover your rent. You know what I'm saying? Keep in your shit. I don't want you don't even coming over here. Cause I'm gonna tell you, man, with a nigga, man, that woman shit is gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
The only thing that I would be disgusted with, not disgusted, the only thing that I would have a problem with, and only because the woman would probably have a problem, is having a man stay here long term with your woman. Now, people be like, oh man, nigga might try to, ease up on your woman. Now, as long as he don't do no shit like try to like rape the woman and no shit like that. But if it's just if she end up fucking him, or they end up fucking each other, and somebody gonna tell me it's my fault for letting them in, man, they both can get the fuck out of my face. Like I don't want to talk to nobody at that point.
Well,
so I'm not afraid of letting nobody stay around because I think somebody might fuck somebody. If I find out y'all fuck, that's on y'all, cause we don't gotta talk about it, neither one of them.
Just think about that shit. Just make my stomach turn, nigga. Oh man, you let a nigga stay with you, he fuck your bitch. Oh my god.
Yeah, they gonna have to move around.
And then you, at the end of the day, you still gotta be a strong-minded man, because you got one of your niggas over there saying, what about them time, nigga, you fucking around them, you know what I'm saying? You come home and just them two, they just sitting in the living room talking. Even though nothing ain't going on, but they just giggling, having a good ass time, nigga. You like, what's the fuck so funny in this bitch?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because, hey, I ain't got to have no hard evidence. If I have a good enough feeling, it's over.
He said just a good enough feeling.
If I have a good enough feeling in life, I don't need hard evidence, because when I get to a point where I believe something, I don't believe what the person say no way. I don't even want to hear it. And it might be totally not even what I'm thinking about, but I have a good enough feeling, and that's what I feel like.
And that's why you just go ahead and pay that nigga rent for a month or two so he can stay the fuck out your house.
Yeah.
How much is your rent, dog? Do you have any of that? Man, my rent $1,500. I ain't got but $3. All right, here go 12. Yeah, no. Because, I mean, that shit gonna happen. I mean, women don't do that shit like talking about, man. If it's a man in that house, a woman and her man, and they don't even like they little cousins or fuck. None of that shit. None of that shit. Because I don't give a fuck nobody say, man, it's awkward as fuck.
Absolutely.
Because I'm up in here with her, and her sister stay here, and she a grown-ass woman, and you know what I'm saying? Don't let her be halfway decent. Come on, man.
Yeah, you have to live like you don't live there. Like, you have to really treat that place as somewhere to wash up when you can, because you're going to ask him, when's a good time for me to use the bathroom? You don't want to be just walking around the house willy-nilly. You don't go watch Family Feud with the family. You don't do none of that. You stay in your cave and you go to work when you need to. And when you in a situation like that, you have to be invisible.
Yeah, unless you put the rules down, nigga. You know how some motherfuckers do. You know, I don't know people to do they sons and shit like this. Yeah, nigga, when I leave the house, you leave the house.
You leave the house, everybody leaving. Like whatever you got to just lay down at night, go to sleep, and when it's time to get up in the morning, you just got to be gone too.
Yeah. When I get up, go to work, you out. You don't come back, I come back.
Mm-hmm.
How long you want to keep that shit up? Cause hell, you fuck around and get lax on the shit. It's just too much, man. Like I said, if you got your gal in there, man, with you, you can't have no nigga staying with you. I'm even your brother. He can stay there, but nigga, it's just awkward. You know what I'm saying? Because even though your brother's your brother, but you might not know the nigga like you think you do.
Yeah.
Because niggas act different when pussy involved.
Yeah, absolutely. They can't control themselves.
Can't control themselves. Some niggas just can't control themselves. And I ain't got time for I was in the bathroom. He just walked in on me. And I'm like, so what? So we seen you naked, man? Yeah, I was naked. He seen me naked. I said, come on. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to put my brother out because he probably like, man, I wouldn't dare. She like a sister to me. But she ain't your sister.
But she ain't nigga. She ain't mine either.
She ain't your sister. And she ain't mine either. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, that's the biggest difference. That's the biggest difference. No, you just can't do it, man. You just can't have motherfuckers at your house. So shit, when you got all that shit, man, motherfuckers can't be there.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't mind, you know, somebody come through and my homeboy and his girl, you know, they might, if they need to stay, that's straight, you know. The ratio is 1-to-1. Yeah. Ratio 1-to-1. But yeah, still that shit can get funky. Yeah, you motherfuckers are making these moves, ain't pulling that shit out of thin air.
No,
yeah, goddamn it. You know, you goddamn you done got to fuck with your homeboy girl, or he got to fuck with your woman. Something gonna happen.
That shit crazy. It can happen too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they ain't pulling that shit out there. That shit happen. Yeah, that's why motherfuckers shit. You know, back in the day when everybody used to stay in the house together, you can't do that shit too much no more. Mm-hmm. You got to get out. And then have motherfuckers over there kind of interrupt your living.
They do.
They might do some shit you don't do, or you do shit they don't do. But if you stand with me, whatever I do, if it offend you, oh well.
Yeah, you're going to pretty much have to just deal with it because, I mean, living free like that is better. At some point in your life when you're grown like that is better than having to pay. So if you have to deal with some shit for however many months, that's what you got to deal with it. And like I said, the best thing to do is just always stay in your fucking room. If you're grown like that, stay on somebody, you just always stay in your shit, have your own food. You know, you don't have to reside nowhere.
Yeah. But you just a knob turn from being back with everybody else.
You are just a knob turn. You can mess up. You can, and you just gotta go as long as you can.
Yeah, you just a knob turn. I mean,
you walk with your head down. You say good morning real low to people. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Just it. You don't make eye contact. You don't walk around the halls laughing and joking. You don't do that.
Man, it's just too sticky of a situation, man.
It is.
Yeah, it's too sticky of a situation. But I will tell you this: the one time that shit happened to me, I was living with a chick, and her brother had to come stay with us. Oh my God, nigga. She got mad, nigga, because we were kicking it like a motherfucker, nigga. Like, shit, that's enough of that shit, nigga. Cause I'm talking about, nigga, we all night drinking, got the music pumping, nigga, we fucking around for real, smoking dope, nigga, we doing it all. All that shit, getting high, smoking in the house. I'm like, nigga, I live here, nigga. He said, we can smoke in the house. Yeah. She like, y'all smoking? Yeah. Shit. What you gonna say? Huh? It's my shit too. Now that shit right there was fun as fuck. It's just like having one of your niggas stay with you. Shit. Hell yeah, nigga. That shit right there, that nigga stayed with us for about 4-5 months, nigga. The best.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, I'm getting fucked up every night, nigga. Oh, man. Yeah, that shit was just like shit. Just like, nigga, you just got somebody kicking with all the time. Cause you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no threat either.
Ain't no threat. That's her brother. Now, if she fucking her brother, that's something hey, man, I don't know nothing about all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's you leave in the middle of the night right there. You took everything you got.
Leave in the middle of the night, nigga. I'm leaving while y'all watching, nigga. And I'm talking about I'm walking like I'm minding my business. I'm talking shit. I ain't talking to nobody. I'm steady hauling shit out of there. Shit. I done moved out in record time. Shit, they said that nigga picked that recliner up by himself and took it out there to the truck. Yeah. Hell yeah.
For real.
I took that bitch to the truck myself. I don't want no help. No, don't touch it. I got it.
I ain't looking at nobody, nothing.
Nose in the fucking air. See, I got a question. You said somebody on the run. Who on the run?
Puff Daddy?
Oh, that nigga ain't on the run. They know where he at. So they probably put an ankle monitor on that nigga. We just don't know it.
Yeah. I mean, they say he in that island, man. Where the fuck he at?
Yeah, he in the island, but trust me, he is big, just like you said, that 98 Civic is sitting across the street. They know where he at.
They know he knew when he left and everything.
Nigga, it's a car sitting on that island. It's a car sitting out there watching him every move. How he get tipped off?
Yeah, who tipped him off?
Hey, Mother Goose. All right. I'm going to tell you how he got tipped off. Just like the motherfuckers came to get him, got money, he got money too. And he got some people that's still loyal to him. He got some people that's still loyal. They still like, I know this shit is fucked up. And when they heard that shit was coming down, hey, man, get your shit together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure, and these probably some of the same motherfuckers that probably told him 2 years ago, chill the fuck out. Because somebody peeped game a long time ago. Somebody peep game. You always got somebody that's looking out or done heard something somewhere. You always got somebody that play both sides of the fence. Yeah. It just depends on which one of y'all they like the best. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with this cat over here real heavy. This my man 50 grand. But I fuck with you, you're a cool ass nigga. I'm sitting in a meeting one day and they really plotting on they about to get your ass. Your name came up. But I fuck with you though. So I'm telling you, watch your ass. You know what I'm saying? And of course, this conversation goes without names. We never had it. Never had this conversation. But somebody told him a long time ago to watch his ass. He took it as a grain of salt. But then this tip off came like, nigga, they coming. And they probably said they coming tomorrow.
Because I mean, you were in either one of your houses. They got you at the same time, and you left both of them at the same time.
Yep. Yeah. Somebody took them off. Somebody showed them some love. You're like, man, you don't want to be there. Because usually when they come raid your house, you go too.
You there. Somebody there. It wasn't nobody there.
No, you go. Like, nigga, when the feds come in, nigga, you leaving with them.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't nobody there. Like,
there wasn't nobody there. Yeah, so he made sure.
Even a straggler person.
So he made sure he got everybody out that fucking house, which was a smart move on his part. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if somebody get caught, they gonna talk.
Hell yeah, because they scared. Because you know how the police get these motherfuckers in there. Interrogation room, nigga, you ain't got nothing to do with it, but you finna take some cases.
You finna say something. You gonna recall something.
You better recall something because from what we heard, you was there too. And you can sit there and holler, I wasn't there. I'm just the maid. No, your name is Griselda. Yeah, you was there too.
What they gonna do is show you what the maximum is of what your involvement is, and that's gonna make you be like, they're gonna say, well, it's up to you at this point. Nigga, they finna throw them football numbers at your ass. When them goddamn 31s and 42s start showing up, nigga, like, wait a minute. I can't do 30. What do you got? I can't do it. 2-point conversion, no field goals.
No field goal. No. When they start throwing them football numbers at your ass, fuck that. A soldier will do 90 days, 6 months, maybe a year. Yeah. Go talking about 10, 15. Shit. You got a 90-minute tape? I got a lot to tell you.
And they ask you, how old is your kid? And they're going to ask you, do you want to be 97 when you get out of here? You want to miss the next 50 years of their life?
Right. So he did right by getting everybody, because everybody in that house know what goes on in that house. They all know. Because you can't live in a house and be like, I didn't know they was doing that. You can't live with a drug dealer and don't know they sell drugs.
At some point.
You can live with them for so long, but at some point, you're going to be like, some motherfucker. You're gonna fuck around and randomly meet somebody. Yeah. Or somebody going to come to the house, or it's going to be a random conversation. Something going to come up and be like, wait a minute, what you talking about?
Yeah. You're going to be home when you're not supposed to be home one day at some time. Something's going to happen. Something
going to happen. And then you're going to be like, nigga, I thought you was the executive of such and such. No, this nigga moved weight.
Yeah. Yeah. Right under my damn nose.
Right on your nose. But like I say, it's always going to be something there. Like I said, I watch these goddamn shows too much. Like, nigga, when they be taking them kingpins down, them women go too. Because like, there was no way you was with this man for 5 years and didn't know he sold drugs. I didn't know anything about it. Then when they start running them tapes, shit, and your ass was in the room when the shit happened. Yeah, so what did you think they was in there doing?
Exactly. What do you think that was?
What do you think that was? Oh, okay. You with this black man, but he just got so many Mexican friends.
Yeah, just in and out of the house. Don't speak no Spanish.
Yeah, so many Mexican friends, and when y'all go on trips to places, these people are always there. You say, "Oh, these my business partners." Nigga, you know a drug dealer when you see one.
He don't speak no
No,
Spanish at all.
at all. He speaks Spanish, but he speak more English than Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, man, you can look at the way motherfuckers dressed and with the all that shit. You like, hey, man, this is much more than some executive shit. This something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on now.
Come on now. Cause I mean, even just being in the house, a motherfucker walk around the house talking on the phone.
Now, plausible deniability is a real thing. It's a hunk of bullshit. Cause plausible deniability is like somebody say, "Hey, bro, just don't tell me about whatever you finna say. You already know what they finna say, but you just say, don't tell me, so I can't know." You know, that plausible deniability is some shit, but it's real.
But it's real because it's just like if I'm at your house and the police come in and you tell them he ain't got nothing to do with it, and then they come talk to me, he had to know he over there too much. He always around, and then I be like, I really don't. You know, they say, but you know. So you didn't know he was doing this? No. That's just some shit he didn't tell me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy. It's just some shit he didn't tell me. But 9 times out of 10, you been around motherfucker long enough. When they got you, man. You really can't evade the long arm of the law.
Yeah. It's either you finna go on you finna tell them what they need to know, or you gonna take a chance on playing stupid in court. Right. And you hope they allow you to be stupid.
Right. I'd much rather a friend of mine tell me exactly what you be doing, but if the feds do kick the door in while I'm there, take your charges, dog.
Yeah, take your shit, man.
Take your shit, bro. I can't stand motherfuckers who done got in trouble because a motherfucker didn't cop to their shit. Because a friend of mine, and you know him too, that nigga used to move ice. And hey, when I would go home from school, I go pick him up. We rolling around. Nigga always had his shit on him. Because, he always had that shit on him. Because I was like, well, let me look at it. Let me see what the shit look like. And I was like, bro, I said, man, that's some crazy shit, man. I said, that shit got me kind of nervous. He said, don't worry about it, bro. He said, I know you ain't in this shit. He said, we get pulled over, they find it, it's all on me. I said, bet. Long as you stick to that, we good.
Yeah.
Long as you stick to that, we good. Because if they ask me.
When they ask you if you knew he had it, you're going to say no. I mean, you can say no, you can lie. But I mean, the truth of the matter is, I mean, some people can look at your face and tell you bullshit. And if you say no and you know that shit in there, you still going to get something for transporting it.
Yeah, you going to get something for knowing it was on him. Yeah, you get something for knowing. Yeah. Unless it's a sticky situation. And I mean, we were young then. I wouldn't dare do it now. I wouldn't dare do it now because I know how things are. Nowadays, nigga, they ain't gonna bleed that shit.
No, you just better hope they want that person real bad and don't want you.
Yeah, and at that time, what I'm saying, if we got pulled over, I probably would have got a few good graces because I ain't never been in no trouble. I was in school and all that shit. I'm just hanging out with a childhood friend.
All right, brother.
All right,
till
man.
Next time.
Yes, sir.
That concludes this episode of the Wormhole. Join us next time to see what shit goes in the hole and comes out the other side gold.